Hey everybody, welcome to SKATEDOWN. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe with the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. I want to do an updated video on who the Devils may select at the 7, 18, and 20 slots. My last video I did was a long time ago. I had us when we were around that 5th spot looking at Stützle, and that's, as you can see, a lot has changed since then. So now we know that we have the 7, 18, and 20. At that time, I think we were at 7, 10, and 16, so things have drastically changed, and this is where the Devils are picking right now. So let's get into 7. 7, you're looking, I split this up between forwards and defense because I don't know which way Fitzgerald's going to go. So if you're looking at forwards, Rossi's a good center if he slips to us. Raymond is a good winger that you've heard a lot of his name around a lot. He's one of those wingers that was really high, dropped, now he's climbing up, may drop again, so he's going to be interesting to see where Raymond goes. Perfetti is one of those names that's been linked to the Devils since the start of the year. I like him because he's an interchangeable player. He can play center, he can play left wing. So we've seen Heischer and Hughes go down with injuries, and he's one of those players that if you need another good center to slot in and help out a Zajac or a Zacha, he's one of those players that can go there. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards him now. I like Holtz, so if it's between Perfetti and Holtz, it's going to be a tough call. I like Holtz too. You know, this team needs right-handed shots that could shoot the score, and he's definitely that player. It's going to be a tough call. I know Fitzgerald said he's going to grab the person with the highest ceiling, so at ceiling, out of the two of them, I'd say Perfetti is higher than Holtz. But Holtz, I like him because we don't have a lot of those players, and I don't know what our future holds with Palmieri and Gusev, so we'll see what happens with that. And I'll talk more about those guys in a little bit. So if we're looking at D, those two names out there are Drysdale and Sanderson. If you're looking for that right-handed offensive shot who's, primarily known for his offense, you take Drysdale. If you want a shutdown defenseman, you take Sanderson. The Devils have been really linked to Sanderson, so I'm curious to see if they may go him instead of going offense, which I will definitely be pissed off about. The tier at offense from 7 to 18 definitely drops. So I really rather have a better forward in our system rather than a better defenseman. I like what they've been accruing with our defensemen as of late. And we have 3 young players who are going to make our roster relatively soon in Smith, Ball, and Walsh. So I like the way we're trending with our defense. Our forwards in our system I really don't like too much, but they're okay. They're still work in progress. So I'd rather go for an elite forward. So, but the thing is, he's got links to Lindy Ruff. Sanderson was being talked about highly by Fitzgerald, so I don't know where we go as far as our 7th. It's still a mystery. But, Craig Button was on the Speaking of the Devils podcast, and if you guys and girls have the chance, please watch that, because that episode was awesome. He talked about the draft, but he talked about so much more. So he talked mainly about Perfetti, Raymond, Holtz. He spoke a little bit about Quinn, and he said those are the 4 wingers that the Devils should target. And he said, I hope they go offense in this draft, and I really hope so as well. Perfetti, he said he's a brilliant left wing, and he's a center as well. He said he reminds him of Artemi Panarin, the way their games are similar in gameplay. Raymond, he said he compares him to a Mitch Marner. Holtz, he compares him to a Philippe Forsberg. And Quinn, he said Quinn is the best goal scorer in the draft, where I've heard it was Holtz. But he said Quinn was the best goal scorer in the draft, and he reminds him of David Pastrnak. And he said the Devils would benefit from drafting any of these 4 wingers. So be curious to see where Fitzgerald goes with this. I'm highly anticipating this draft. I think it's going to be a great thing for the Devils this offseason, as you can add a lot of pieces to help us get to where we're going faster. And at that 18 and 20 spot, I'm just going to talk about them together since they're so close. Fitzgerald has said that he may move one of the picks, which as Devil fans we would assume would be the 20th, but if he's trying to land a big name, they may choose to elect to pick the 18th. I don't know. We'll have to keep an ear out. And especially with, let me go back to if we're going earlier, there's also the Buffalo Sabres and the Toronto Maple Leafs that have said they are willing to trade their picks if their return is that good. So always consider that as well. The Devils can trade not one of their picks, but I think they could trade some players in their roster if they don't see them as going forward as help to get another draft pick. So always think about that as well. So at 18 and 20, I'll divide up again into forwards and defense. You know, you're looking at names like Connor Zary, who's a center, Rodion Amirov, who's a left wing, a big left wing, Dylan Holloway, who's a big center, Lucas Reichel, a left wing, Dawson Mercer is a right wing, and Jacob Perreault. There's other names as well, but I'd see those names kind of being in that 18 to 20 range. And defense, the big three names there are Caden Guhle, Braden Schneider, and William Molinder. William Molinder, I think, will be chosen later. I think it's going to be between Caden Guhle and Braden Schneider. And I don't know where they go with this as well. Do they go another forward? Do they go, if they go defense first, do they go forward now? Do they go forward then, defense now? I don't know. But if we're going for a forward and Quinn's not there and Jarvis isn't there, because I could see them going into that 10 to 15 range, both of them. I like Dawson Mercer, I really do. Another right-handed shot. Again, another player that shoots the score. He's in under a category under these two players as, you know, the best goal scorer after them. So I really like Dawson Mercer, but I really see him going like right before the Devils pick, like a 15 or a 16 or something like that. But if we're looking at defense, Braden Schneider is interesting. He's a right-handed shot, big body. They said he can possibly come in next year as far as the way he's physically built, but his foot speed may be lacking. So interesting to see where he goes. I have him pegged to go to Toronto as he is exactly what they need. They either go him or Askarov is who I'm thinking, so he may be off the board. But I really would like Caden Guhle, the Devils, to select him. I like his game. He's a left shot defenseman. He's got good size. He's got a bit more speed than Braden Schneider. A little bit smaller in regards to like thickness, but he moves around the ice a lot better than Schneider and has got a lot of more of an offensive upside, which I do like. So if we're going defense, I really hope we get Caden Guhle. I really like his game. You know, watching highlights of him, I like what he has to offer. So, you know, in my opinion, if we're going forward at 7, my 2 are going to be, if Rossi doesn't fall, Raymond may be taken later than anticipated. It's going to be between Perfetti and Holtz to me, whoever's there. Again, I like Perfetti, how he can interchange between center and left wing. I like that ability. And him being compared to Artemi Panarin's game, that's hard to pass up. And his high hockey IQ has a lot of GMs talking about this kid. And Holtz, I like him. Right-handed shot, exactly what the Devils need. Can shoot, score, and isn't exactly needed what this team needs going forward. You know, as far as anything else, you know, I really like these players that are mentioned. There could be other players that are there at this spot, so we'll have to see what happens. The draft is 2 weeks away, so I figured I'd do an updated video talking about what names we possibly be in the spots that we're selecting. And this is for anybody watching, not only Devils fans, you know, getting familiar with some of these names that are out there. So comment below what you think about this. Who do you want the Devils to draft in this upcoming draft? Do you want them to go forward defense, forward? Let me know. Comment below and let me know. And as always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the Hockey Skate Down. Join the hockey team. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great night. And take it easy.